My name's Paul Griffiths. I go under the poetry name of the Birkenhead Poet because I come from Birkenhead. So, the favoured land of... I think punk rock music, hearing John Cooper Clarke. Because back in the day, I always wanted to be in a band or a rock star, but I got like dyslexic fingers, so I can't hold the tune. But I realised I could write, and I was always good at creative writing, so I got into writing poetry and stuff like that. And then all my friends who was in bands used to ask me, could they have a lyric for this or a lyric for that? So in the end, I was just going around and doing a bit of emceeing for local bands where I come from. So I introduce a band, do a couple of poems, get off it, and then introduce another band. So yeah, but I've been doing it for years, Like my favourite bands are like Joy Division. I can go back to the Beatles and the Stones where it was real what I would say, music, but Echo and the Bunnymen, all sorts. Terry, you know what I mean? It's like, I get jazz, you hear them songs and because a lot of poems come out as songs for me, you know what I mean? I've got a nice flow to them, but I don't do a terrible voice or a lack of confidence that I don't get up and sing them, you know what I mean? But
people often ask how I turned out this way. Intro beat to the Sex Pistols, Anarchy for the UK. Hey teacher, I listen to Pink Floyd, I don't need no education. I'm an orgasmatic buzzcock doing too much masturbation. Bunking off school, listening to the Jam down in the tube stations where you'll find me, man. The Stranglers are playing it nice and sleazy. The girls I loved were nice, but never that easy. My first true romance left me with a broken heart. As Joy Division played, love will tear us apart. That's when I discovered John Cooper Clarke, punk poet, really neat. My favourite poem of his was always Beasley Street, so I picked up a pen, started to write. My father just laughed and said that poetry was shite. But my life, it was still forming at a time back when my daddy had the Beatles, I got Echo and the Bunnymen, their albums, Crocodiles, bit me so hard it brought a tear to my eye. But there's a cure now for everything and boys don't cry. But nowadays nostalgia, there's nothing more than a tour gig ticket from a bygone scene that still carries the faded undertones in my teenage dreams. Because back then my public, it was limited and it's yet to be on the rise. But I can look back at myself now through Gary Gilmore's eyes, listening to Iggy Pop the Idiot, but the idiot was right. I'm just a backseat passenger with a lust for life, fighting for me rights, but what they are I do not know. Should I stay or should I go? Clashing with the police, they got me on the run. I fought the law and a big police truncheon one. My head is battered, I can't seem to function. My brain is in a squeeze and I'm totally up the junction. The world is spinning so fast now it's pulling me apart. I used to be angelic, now I'm nothing but an upstart, part of the last generation X. I am one of the damned, I wanna smash it up, I'm stuck in no man's land. It's all falling apart around me, it's getting so disjointed. It's all gone rancid and I'm feeling exploited. Me life is hit the skids, it's nothing short of a charade. As I watch El Costello's dad in an advert drinking all white lemonade. There's no more heroes anymore. Give up, drop out, fuck off and store. Maggie says she's not for turning, society's in a rut. And Babylon is burning, call 999. There's an emergency, there's a suspect device, I need more suspect poetry. Blue flashing lights and sirens, no-go zones. I want a riot, I want a drunken riot of my own. We're burning cars and broken bottles, yet we fail to bring the system down. As the specials are on the radio singing this town, it's nothing but a ghost town. I can't believe the devastation as I walk up the road. A teardrop falls from my eye and then it all explodes. To think back then I thought that I could help to change the system, to put this world to rights. But I am just a poet, and like my father said, poetry is shite. Thank you.
Oh, immensely, you know what I mean? That's the thing about, what I would say about music, you put a right track on it, it can lighten the mood or it can bring all your senses out. And that's the beauty, I think, with words. Because you got something in your head and your mental health, you get it from the metal, down into the physical, then get into the literal and paper. It's a massive weight lifted, and if someone else reads that, they're never going to get your interpretation, but if it's close enough and it helps them, then you've made someone's day a little bit better, you know what I mean? So that's the beauty of like the spoken word and songs. Yeah, I was dyslexic, but didn't get described. There was no such thing when I was a kid. You only learn it when I got to my mid-20s, you know what I mean? Like me spellings and me things. I used to use the rule. I put a rule and read line for line so there's no maze. Because with me, use like full stops and commas you to slide down between the words, So, yeah, but I learned too late after that. So I would say to everyone, get a good education because you know what I mean? You can't change your future, but your future can change your past, yeah. I wish I'd tried harder. If I knew now how much it would have been, I would have tried harder at Shiine. Yeah, just believe in yourself. Don't give up. Not everybody's going to get your poem, and a lot of poems are very personal to people, you know what I mean? So if they don't get it, don't be disheartened, you know what I mean? And like I say, if one person likes it and say that was good, then settle for that, you know what I mean? You might not be able to fill rooms, but if you fill someone's heart or make somebody think, that's the beauty of the spoken word, so yeah.